The following program is brought to you by Blood, Sweat, Tears, and listeners like you. To support this show and all of the shows within Twib Nation, consider becoming a subscriber of our pay service, The Twibularity, at twib.me/subscribe. That's twib.me/subscribe. Or you can give a one-time donation at donate.twib.me. That's donate.twib.me. We've all learned how important media is and who tells our stories. Help us be the media that you want to hear and that the media is afraid to hear. It's kind of hard to listen to yourself become irrelevant.
This is Twib Nation.
Today is Monday, February 27th, 2017, and on today's Twib Prime, the next time you feel like yelling slurs and terrorizing a black child's birthday party, maybe you don't do it. And we'll have those reasons why. All of this and more with Team Blackness on today's Twib Prime.
So from now on, whenever you hear these horns, just know you are now entering the blackness. Collard greens, cornbread, and the catfish. Malcolm X and Dr. King with a blackfish. We are live, son. This is blackness. You are now entering the blackness. Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, and the classics. Real love, the opposite of ratchet. We are live, son. This is blackness.
What is going on, people? We are back. This is This Week in Blackness Prime. I am your host, Elon James White. With me, as per usual, is Team Blackness, consisting of, she is the host of The Next Big Thing with Courtney and Dara. She is a media fellow turned host, and you should give her money for stuff, because she'll upgrade you, much like Beyonce. We have Dara M. without the dot Wilson. that's, are you happy? That one? You just want to, okay, I accept you. You can dance.
That's the choreographed dance to upgrade you.
I remember the upgrade you dance. I liked it. I like that song.
That was my favorite Beyonce video for a while. I like her in gold.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And she had the little shimmery top and skirt that when she did the thing, it was like, and she had that fat ass dookie braid.
Okay.
You remember?
I vaguely remember it. I wasn't. I admit. I liked it. I remember the dance, but that was about it. It's a lot of stuff going. Only thing the thing I remember the most from the video was that I remember initially when Jigga started rhyming, I was like, because Beyonce was dressed as Jigga, and I was like, are you telling me Beyonce can't get Jigga for her own? It's Beyonce. Like, if Beyonce can't get Jigga, How did Jigga say nah? Like, how did he even get out of doing this? Like, I feel like it's like, hey, you in the video, I see you at 3. Was the way that was supposed to go down, and then all of a sudden he appeared. I was like, oh, it was a thing. Okay.
Oh, it was a thing.
It was a thing. Oh, okay. You were like, it was a surprise. All right, you wanted it as a thing. He wasn't here, but he was totally here. Okay. That was my response to that. I can't like. That was just it. I literally said, "Yay!" Brent's at the production desk. What up, Brent?
Hi, how you doing?
Are you on the run?
What is?
Like, what do you mean?
Like you have like your head is covered. You look like you're about to like if you're about to be a fugitive again, you have to tell me. That's the one thing you have to do, Brent. Like I can work with you, Brent, but you got to tell me if you're about to be on the run.
I must be on the run because I ain't got a nameplate.
Oh wow, Brent! Like, let me tell you about Brent Shade. I'm gonna tell you about this Brent Shade. What Brent doesn't complain about anything. Brent's never like, I'm upset about A. That never happens. What happens is, randomly out of the clear blue sky, we'll be doing something else, most likely on air, and then all of a sudden, I'll say something, and Brent will be like, yeah, because, you've never, ever helped a black man out in his entire life when he's trying to survive, but haha. Yeah, that's what you do. And the volume is low, Brent. What's up with that? Are we going out low? What are you doing over there, Brent? No, I'm talking about actually whatever is going out. But yes, that I just want to point out that's Brent's style of trolling. Dara, have you ever noticed? They're just like randomly. He's like, oh, A, B, C, D, and D, and he's like, yeah. You know how that time?
D&D?
Right. ABC, D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
Got it.
Did you not know about that?
No, I didn't.
No, you should work on that.
I was not a D&D player as a kid.
I wasn't a D&D player when I was a kid either.
Or now.
I'm not a
I am
D&D
not
player.
now, nor have I ever been a D&D player.
Oh, no.
I didn't put...
You didn't do it. Someone else did it.
I didn't do it on purpose. You talk about it if you want. I don't want to talk about her. I'm sorry for the people. It actually doesn't matter if you're watching or listening. Nobody knows what we're talking about.
Because Dara happened to look at my screen when I opened up a link. I would just like to point out, Dara, I didn't find this link. I just happened to look on the Twib Nation hashtag, and it was under Twib Docket, the hashtag Twib Docket. For those of you who don't know, if you want us to know about a news story that you think that we might want to cover or should be covered by us, you can always throw it on the Twib Docket hashtag.
And that means that it will be brought to our attention,
Right.
not that we will necessarily cover it.
That is true.
And I was aware of the story that you're looking at, and I chose not to enter it onto my docket. But you, sir, can go on and talk about that woman.
I wanted to point out that, like, I'm being judged like as if like this is like a plan of mine, something like that. Like I came in here like, ooh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fuck with Dara, which is not what I didn't do. I literally came in here like just like full of sunshine and happiness, and said, hey, let's get a show together. And then I looked at the docket. And then I looked at the Twib Docket hashtag, and I happened to see this story that someone literally just tweeted onto it less than a minute ago, which Dara apparently did not want to see. I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because I don't have a lot to say, but apparently, according to Hello Beautiful, it's not funny, but it's kind of funny. It's not funny. It's kind of, Rachel Dolezal.
I'm exhausted even just hearing her say her name.
Apparently is now jobless, living on food stamps. Apparently.
Insert black joke here.
I'm not inserting a black joke. This is I recently told The Guardian that she is on food stamps on the verge of homelessness without a job. She also claims that she is struggling to take care of her children. In a recent interview, she said that despite her book deal and upcoming memoir In Full Color, she is still living in a current state of poverty. And despite her issues, she is not going to stoop and apologize and grovel, quote unquote, stoop and apologize and grovel, for the events that led up to the national controversy 2 years ago. A quote from the article, I guess. Quote, today, Dolezal is jobless and feeding her family with food stamps. A friend helped her pay this month's rent. Next month, she expects to be homeless. She has applied for more than 100 jobs, but no one will hire her. Wait, maybe she is black. Sorry.
I said.
No, you said. I know. I didn't. Notice I didn't ask for your feedback.
Said insert black joke here, that you didn't even have to do that.
I had to do it after she applied for 100 jobs. Jobless just going to be that like she lost a job and she's sad. That doesn't mean that like the rest of this 100 jobs, but no one will hire her, not even to stack supermarket shelves, which is weird because I don't believe people who are hiring for stacking supermarket jobs are aware of Rachel Dolezal. I mean,
maybe it's because people know what she looks like. Maybe she should go undercover, adopt some kind of disguise wherein people would no longer be able to recognize her.
Possibly just, I don't know, take off the bronzer. Maybe just let her hair be. She applied for a position at the university where she used to teach and says she was interviewed by former colleagues who pretended to have no recollection of having met her.
Oh, so petty. So petty.
The only work she's been offered is a reality TV and porn. Oh. She has changed her name on all her legal documents, but is still recognized wherever she goes. People point at her and laugh.
I don't want to be on record as laughing about this. This is why I didn't want to cover this at all, because I don't have anything. I don't have anything moral to say. I don't have anything that's gonna make me feel good about myself tomorrow to say about this woman. I just feel like you're gonna put on blackness. You gotta take all the stuff that comes with blackness. Oh, you can't get a job. Oh, that's what you get. You want to be black. That's just what I feel like.
Black. She black, y'all. She black, y'all. She's blacker than black.
You stop that right now.
I'm not laughing that she is on food stamps. That's not what I'm laughing at.
This is just sexism. This is massage noir.
No, it can't be. She's white.
I don't believe this.
Here's the thing. I'm not laughing at the fact that she is. Brett, did you know who Rachel Dolezal was, Brett?
I sure do.
What's your take on this? What's your hot take?
My hot take is, man, I feel really bad for her. I feel bad for the confusion that's going on inside of her head. I mean, yeah, like you said, welcome to blackness. It's rough out there. Join us.
Yeah, no, I mean, just so, and for those, because there are people, I know people who, if you're longtime listeners of the show, you are familiar with who Rachel Dolezal is. But for those of you who might have somehow been able to hide from this horribleness, Rachel Dolezal was a white woman who basically posed as a black woman, claimed to be black, was actually interviewed a couple times as a black woman, was actually the president of the NAACP, where in her local town, I think it was in Spokane. It was a president of the local NAACP, and which is hilarious because she didn't have to be black to be that. You can actually work at the NAACP. You could even not have to be black for that. Then when she was outed, she did not handle it well. Didn't handle it well at all. And now, and she got a book deal, which I was surprised at, but whiteness never fails. But then now apparently it's not going great. I just feel bad about her kids. And honestly, what she's dealing with, she got to cook. Not to be funny. And if she's that worried about being, if she cannot be, get a job because they identify her immediately, because if her name is changed on all her paperwork, and they only recognize her by look, like as Dara pointed out, you know how to go undercover. You've done it in the past. You can literally be a white woman at any point in time. Like, it's hard for me to feel like with all that privilege that you have that you can just like go and like, ta-da, I'm white. Go live your life. I'm being mean. I'm being mean, aren't I?
Why is it mean?
I don't know. Just go be white. Just go be white.
I don't. That's why I don't know. Because there's kids involved.
Kids. That's the part I'm sad about.
And
I don't wish anything negative on the kids. Yeah. They didn't do anything. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, go be white. Go be white. To like enjoy some of that whiteness, some of that white action. Get some of that white privilege up on you. Sprinkle it like Salt Bae, like all over your body, just like glitter, like sprinkle all that white privilege. Like, you know, forget apologizing, just become a different person. You know how. All right, we do this.
And literally, she would be accepted.
And she would. And actually, if she apologized, she'd probably be accepted. Because black folks are the most forgiving motherfuckers in the world.
And not for nothing, because when that story broke, there was black men tripping over themselves trying to defend her right to be.
I don't know why. That's
black.
Ridiculous. It wasn't. I don't believe those black dudes were really defending her. It was just a moment to be able to shit on black women.
Oh, that's true.
And so it was just like, she ain't black. Why? And then they just like they felt like they could go at black feminists, and it's just a shitty thing. It's watching people go and like using like shit like this to attack folks because they were mad at them about something else. Because like most of the people defending her didn't care about her. They just wanted to get on the bad side of black feminists and black women who were upset about this. Which I don't understand. Like what? Like it's just what is your beef? What have black women done to you that you feel a need that you just have to like just be shitty at any time you can? Birthed you?
Because because the only way you can actually be masculine, right, is if you impose that masculinity on somebody else. right? And then because of reasons, there is too much power. There's too much of a matriarchy in the black community, and therefore it emasculates men. Because racist masculinity tells them that they have to be on top of us, but then we don't do a good job of letting things fall apart because we take care of things.
Well, at least you know how you fucked up, and you'll work on it.
I mean, sure. The next time there's a rash of mass incarceration, we'll just let everything fall apart. And then everybody could feel like a big, strong man, right?
Exactly. Woo!
Woo!
Big strong man.
Woo!
Woo-hoo.
Woo!
All right, we're going to stop this. We do this Monday through Thursday on occasion.
Woo!
Okay, you're going to stop that. Or keep going.
Woo!
I realize halfway, like, do I really care? We do this Monday through Thursday on occasion. We have a docket full of shenanigans, tomfoolery. That was first story, which was on the Twib docket hashtag. I like to point out that, like, it is the Twib docketiest of docket story, because literally it was just on the Twib docket hashtag. I just want to point that out. But we have more stories to cover here. Just a reminder, if you want to make sure that you are alerted when we go live, you can actually get the alert from us as soon as I remember what the number was. I'm pretty sure it was what was it? 50?
Video phone.
What?
Just taking up space while
Thank
you look for the
Oh,
number.
you were just saying. I was confused by that, like, so much. I was like,
So I just been watching Beyonce videos since we started talking about Beyonce.
literally just now.
I mean, for the duration of the show thus far. Yes.
I mean, so you're not prepping for the show, like pulling up your docket or anything like that. You're just watching goddamn Beyonce videos. That's what Beyonce. Really, that's what you decided.
My docket is already prepped. I don't got nothing to prepare for.
You got
Therefore,
nothing?
rhyming. Oh, by the way, are you going to talk about
Well, we'll talk. I'm
rapping
about,
ladies?
Huh? Rabbit ladies? I don't know what you're talking about rabbit ladies. So that's going to be a story that you're going to pull up.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely not what I said, because that's nonsensical.
Oh, I accept, like, whatever. So if you want to know when we go live, I'm not doing this with you right now. If you want to know when we go live, you can text 54900 54900, and then you just text TWIB, TWIB, to it. Boom. All of a sudden, you'll be added to our text service, and then when we go live and I remember to send it, you will get a note saying that we are live. Because I sent it,
and that's been happening,
and I've been remembering. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I mean, like, I don't know if you know this, Dara. Like, I've even been updating. I've been back on my grind, and even this week at blackness.com is working.
Ooh, I forget what the noise was that I made.
I forgot. Ooh, I forgot what you were doing.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we got news stories up there, updates, stuff like that. Whatever. Like we're doing things. We're working. Apparently, I just needed to catch the plague for a while, and then when I came back, I was like, we must get things together and working. That's what we're doing right now. So remember to do that. So remember to get your text message on. Phone lines will be open 718-4, and that's my personal number.
Jesus H. Oh, Lord have mercy. It must have been that, because that felt natural.
I was like, what am I saying right now? What is that? That's not the number I want to say out loud.
Wow.
On air?
Wow.
Because, like, it's not, like, listen, I'm like, I had racist folks calling me, and my number never got out there. I forgot how they even found it, but I had racist folks doing all types of wackiness. Last thing I need.
Did you say blackiness?
Wackiness.
Oh.
I mean, I might have said blackiness.
If you were doing it, it'd be blackiness.
But I wouldn't do that. I have no urge to
you would do other kind of non-offensive wackiness.
Oh yes, I mean, I believe in wackiness. I just don't believe in whatever that is when people call and are just racist for no apparent reason. I don't get the joke. But the number that you want is 718-404-9320. The number again for the phone lines are 718-404-9320. You can call in, weigh in on some shit, if you will.
And if you do, give me a second to put my earpiece in, because I'm not going to put it in.
No, but we've had multiple days now. We've had multiple clear days.
I guess racism is over.
No, racism is there, but what are we going to do?
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let you scream the damn song.
Thank you
so
for that.
I don't have
Like,
to hear.
you can eat all that racism. I'm gonna be over here chilling. Thanks for that. Oh, we were a team, Dara. A goddamn.
I don't know why
team.
you thought that.
Because we were a team. What happened? When did we're not a team? It's not a team.
No.
What is this?
Well, it's like Team Blackness because that's what you say every day.
Wow. What did I
I'm not
do?
eating any racism for you.
I'm not asking you to eat race. That's just.
I can't do it.
I'm just gonna.
I can't do it. I can either eat the racism and then never come back, or come back tomorrow and not eat the racism.
I feel like you're acting like I'm saying eat the cake anime, which I am not. I am not saying eat the racism, Dara May. That's terrible. It's terrible.
Because Dara May is a terrible name.
That's your name from now on. That's me. You're Dara May. Oh my god. I didn't even know I wanted it until I said it, and I was like, "Yes, Dara May."
My real name is so much better than that.
Yes, is
Wow.
Dara Makeda, but that's not nearly as entertaining as Dara May. Why don't we have a hidden story, Dara May? I didn't know that I was gonna like it. Brent's laughing. I didn't do. I was like, whatever. And you literally, it's Dara M without the dot. It's like asking for the May. It's asking. Can I have a story, Dara? It'd be lovely. Thank you.
Oh,
kindly.
okay. I thought you were going to wait for Dara May to give you a story.
mean-
And I was going to patiently wait as well. But since you're talking to me now, let's talk about let's just get him out of the way.
What do you mean get him out the way? What do you mean get? What are we getting out the way? Did I want this?
No, you don't
Okay.
want any of this.
I don't want any. Okay, good. As long as it's established, because I felt like you were gonna blame me for this story.
No.
What we got?
Oh, no. Mr. Agent Orange in chief.
Ugh. He's the worst fucking person in the world. Brent, are we connected on TuneIn?
On Twib FM?
Yeah.
Yes, we're connected.
Okay, because I just heard that. Continue, Dara.
Okay. He got into he got in front of a camera.
As he's known to do.
As he is wont to do. Well, remember, for a while he was in hiding, but that's not the case anymore. And he went on a diatribe.
Oh, you talking about that nonsense he did this morning?
I am.
I actually watched that.
So,
I wish I didn't.
So you are now then aware of the fact that we used to win wars, and now we don't fight to win. Because that's a way to get your armed forces behind you.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Because that's what he said.
I know what he said.
People my age, when I was in high school, we used to win wars. When I was in high school, right before I dodged a draft multiple times, we used to win wars. Now, I don't want to say bad things, Elon. Oh, he makes me so mad. Oh, my heart rate. Oh, no.
Say what you got to say.
Oh, God.
Say what you got to say.
No, my blood pressure.
Say it.
Whew. He has proposed a defense spending boost of $54 billion. So he'll cut non-defense by $54 billion and then give that money to increase defense and security. People do not actually seem to be very outraged by this.
That depends on who you talk to.
I suppose so.
FYI, Donald Trump was born in 1946. Just thought I would point that out. So when he was in high school, Dara, that would be 1946, 1956, and then somewhere
59.
1964.
60 to 64.
Yeah. You know what was happening around then?
Oh, what's that?
Vietnam War.
Oh, what happened with that war, Elon?
We won. We won that war. It's so hard. Motherfuckers wanted to find us.
And fine us.
Yeah. That war was a quick search of that war went on for about 20 years, 1955 to 1975. So Trump was like, "Oh, we win. All we do is win," or maybe he meant like, "All we do is sit in a quagmire and not win a lot, Sorry.
Boy,
You know what else he said in there was a couple things, a couple of wonderful things he said in that shitty, whatever that was. I guess a
Presser?
preview of
his
statement to America tomorrow, whatever it is.
Congress.
He also explained how much the Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare, was failing. It's failing. Listen, do you understand how much it fails? He literally pointed out that the reason why people are liking it now is because it's almost over. It's like, so what? So people like Obamacare now because it's about to be over with, because he said it's saved like Obama. People liked Obama all of a sudden just because he was about to leave. He hasn't done anything. So now people
sorry
like
to blow out your levels. You think that's gonna happen with him? You think right before he leaves, everybody's gonna feel more positively toward him?
Well, you know what? I would say no. Right up until I saw, well, I mean, we're jumping around, but it's another news story. Right until I saw people really,
Oh yes,
really forgiving
W.
of one George W. Bush,
Yep.
because he came out and said that you can't, I guess, malign the press. A healthy democracy needs that in order to keep checks and balances on people in power, people like him in power. He literally said the words, and everyone's like, "Oh wow, see George W. Bush." And I was like, "Did you guys forget? Did you guys?" I know that time like softened shit, and so now, and also because we're looking at like end days right now. We forgot about the other time when we were looking at end days.
Oh my god.
There was like the economy imploded. We went to a war that was completely unnecessary. He was scared shitless when he found out that we were attacked by on 9/11. But now people are like, oh yeah, George W. Bush said. And I'm like, no, let's not start talking about what George W. Bush said. All right. Do we have to remember that what George W. Bush did in his 8 years? Do we have to do that? Do we have to be reminded? Like, people, what is it with America and amnesia? Like, it's released in our water or the air that after a certain amount of time, you start to just slowly just keep forgetting. And then, but this is why the Mandela effect cannot be. Because we watch shit like this. I'm telling you, in another 4 years, George W. Bush will be a beloved president. Another 4 years, I'm like, oh, do you remember George W. Bush? He was great.
I don't know if that would have been the case if Agent Orange had not ascended to the presidency. But right now, I think there's a lot of boogeymen running around who look better in comparison. But I don't know if it's in the air or the water or what.
Yeah, it has to be in the water. It has to be. I mean, I've just watched too much amnesia happen, and here's the best part about it. It's the amnesia then makes you, if you do remember, feel like you're crazy, or like maybe you shouldn't bring it up because everyone else is like calm down. I'm like, but you don't. Do you remember But that's not what happened. I remember when Obama first got elected. Oh, by the way, apparently Trump was bragging on the debt.
Oh, I don't know if it was bragging where he was saying that Obama, he was complaining. No, right. He was bragging. It was the opposite. Where he was saying, I inherited a mess, but now look at the debt.
The media has not reported that the national debt in my first month went down by $12 billion versus a $200 billion increase in Obama's first month. Motherfucker, are you kidding me? Like, and there was like an expert on TV. He was just like, so what's the worst part about this is that it seems as if Trump doesn't understand how this works. No president can take credit for what happens in with the debt in the first month of his nothing he's done. He hasn't even given a budget. He was just talking about what he was doing there. The debt doesn't magically disappear because you became president. And the debt didn't, like, it wasn't Obama's fault that there was $200 billion increase in his first month. You know what? That was W and the Republicans. But no one remembers that. I'm telling you, there's something in the water, in the air. And the thing is that, like, because everyone forgets and they start saying weird shit at you, then at a certain point, you stop. Like, I have various times thought, maybe I shouldn't say it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm reading this incorrectly. This is just wacky. I don't understand. Because if it was this clear, then other people would say that this was good. And I wouldn't be the one like, hey, why is what? I wouldn't be doing that. I wouldn't be doing that, Dara. But I keep doing that. Explain it to me.
Oh, I can't do that.
I need to know what is the he's Agent
The sheer
Orange.
magnitude of all of the number of terrible things that happen is so overwhelming that I do not think that everyone is able to hold it in their brains at the same time.
Then why do I still remember this dumb shit? I hate it. I don't want to remember.
I think other people also crowd their minds with positive things, which is not a folly that you busy yourself with.
Other people are trying to be happy, and maybe if you ever thought about being happy, you wouldn't have all this other extra information here. Also, I don't sleep, so we talked about this before.
Oh, yeah.
I can't make new memories, so I only have the old memories of horrible.
Well, and also, but we also talked about in that story, to be honest, it's not just that sleeping helps you make more memories. It's also that it shuffles out old ones that it thinks you don't need anymore.
Right.
So it's literally a thing that happens. Like, you just don't hold on to information that your brain doesn't decide is valuable.
The thing is, I don't even think, like, I'm not even thinking about, like, this stuff like this. It's important. It's like, literally, it's just like, wait, but I'm almost positive that didn't happen. That's not how that went. That's not how that, what? And I have to go look, and I Google it. I'm like, no, that happened. Then why is everyone pretending like it didn't happen? Or why are people not bringing up that happened before? Like, how does Trump get to consistently just talk about the disaster that Obamacare is? Disaster. And no one points out, well, when it was passed, because I remember this, Dara. Maybe you remember this too. But I remember when Obamacare was passed, that we all said, "Hey, you know what? This isn't the fix for everything, but this is a really good start." And what you do is you'll over time you'll be patching things or whatever, and you'll make it better, because a lot of the services that we've seen that now are like basic parts of American life did not look like this at first, but they were fixed, they were patched, and all this other stuff. And the Republicans did everything in their power to shit on it constantly and not allow any fixes, really.
Well, not just not allow fixes, but actively undermine it at every turn.
And so now it's an unmitigated disaster.
Also, I have a slightly different memory of that.
What's your memory?
My memory of it was that Democrats and Republicans alike were complaining about how horrible it was. Democrats cried their way to not the polls for midterm elections after Obama was elected in 2008, allowed a GOP Congress to come in, which didn't allow for Obama to get done nearly as much as probably he would have liked to, and allow for them to start on the path to gerrymandering that we have right now.
Gerrymandering, yes, I agree that happened. Some Democrats were being shitty about it. I'm not. Yeah, that's true. But it wasn't like, this is terrible, and it's just terrible. It's just terrible. A lot of people thought it was like, everyone's like, we need to get it in place, and then we can add things, we can fix it as time goes on.
And a lot of people are saying, you're being, just like people are saying now, oh, you're not really progressive. The Democrats are not real progressives. You're just moderates. You should have held out for single payer. Blah 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 blah. There were a bunch of people who.
The people that wanted single payer, they were upset about it. But
and they continued to be upset, and then they made sure the people didn't come out in 10.
But I remember common sense people. Like, once we saw it, and it was like, all right, cool. This isn't great. This isn't perfect. But we're going to get it. We're going to get it over time. This will get better. And they refused for better. They didn't want better. It was like, all right, well then, okay, well, Not sure what we're gonna do with this then, because things need to get better. And also, like, Paul Ryan literally quoted an insurance exec when talking about Obamacare, saying that it was a death spiral. It's like, you're quoting an insurance exec. You do realize that the insurance companies are really pissed because, like, that first year that Obamacare kicked in, that they lost $2.7 billion on individual coverage. Why did they lose $2.7 billion, Dara? Ask me, why did they lose $2.7 billion?
Why did they lose $2.7 billion, Elon?
Because the plans were underpriced. Also, people, weirdly enough, they weren't prepared for this, went to the doctor. And all of a sudden, they had to pay for stuff that they weren't prepared. They weren't used to paying. There was more claims.
So you're saying that dropping the rate of uninsured Americans increased the rate of insured Americans, and those insured Americans took advantage of that insurance?
I know that shit crazy. Because they literally, the report was like, the insurance companies weren't prepared for that many, for so many claims. It was like, and so
because the GOP thought they were going to do a better job of killing it, which is why they never made preparations for the eventuality that people would get insured.
And also, the insurance plans weren't properly priced. On top of that, there's so many things that play a role in this. Because I think we talked about it on the show before, Dara. I was like, because I needed to understand, why do they keep saying this? And so I just started researching the shit out of it, just reading. What are you saying? Why are you saying? What's also, the disaster here? What do you mean by that? And I was like, oh, you mean the money that got lost here? Oh, you mean the fact? And also the idea that, like, if you listen to the conservatives nowadays, you would think that healthcare premiums never was a problem. Right up until Obama came along and just fucked it up. Everyone's premium was like $3. That was everyone's premium. But now, Obama, now it's like $85,000. Thanks, Obama.
But it's also, they never talk about the subsidies that also increase as premiums increase.
And I heard one conservative, I forgot who said this dumb shit now. He was like, oh, see, no, the people that like it because they get subsidies, and the thing is that they're taking money from other people. It was like, wait, didn't they pay taxes too? I mean, I almost positive that they pay taxes too. I thought everyone has to pay taxes, right?
Some people are more equal than others, Elon.
So are you mad that I just need to understand. I need to understand, and I don't understand. So it's magic. All of it's magic. All of it really is magic. And I was watching Trump go, and I remember I literally stopped and was like, is this happening right now? Is this like old? Because this is really, really ridiculous. No, this is today. Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't want this. I do not want this. What else do we have, Dara? I don't want any of this though, but
okay, this is vaguely related, but there has also
sorry, did I say the one line that I needed to know? I needed to add to that story. In the middle of the press conference, when he was talking about healthcare, he said, "Nobody knew that healthcare was so complicated." Yeah. Nobody listen, folks. You have no clue how. Nobody knew how complicated this was. Motherfucker, all the people who worked on it knew exactly how complicated it was. What the fuck are you talking about? I have not worked in Congress on healthcare, but I had an idea that it was a bit complicated. And now Trump is like, you don't know. This shit is crazy. I know I said repeal and all that stuff, but this is really complicated. Sorry. He can go fuck himself. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Thank you.
No one knew it was this complicated.
Nobody knew it was this complicated.
Yeah. And he also went on to say, we can't do the tax cut.
Right, because we have to do this first.
Because we have to do this first.
Right.
Which is...
He's promising a big tax cut, too, because that's what we need. He wants to spend... like, God knows how much money on infrastructure spending, Dara. Which, by the way, I remember somebody, I'm not going to say who, Dara, somebody going around the country giving speeches begging for infrastructure. I remember one of his lines was, remember back in the day, Republicans used to like to build stuff. Remember that speech? Because it got to the point where it was he said it so often that we knew all of the lines in the speech because he had said it 5,000 times.
Need infrastructure.
Now, all of a sudden, now we need infrastructure. But Republicans aren't going to be having, because Paul Ryan doesn't want to pay for this shit.
No, this is why cuts are coming from other places where people are actually going to feel it.
And the best, but he's talking all this shit. It's like he's gonna give all these tax breaks, but he also wants all this infrastructure. It's like you can't. Those two, what? Because if you want to build all that, you're gonna have to come up with money. But let's what? We're gonna do more with less. That's what he's saying. We're gonna do more with less. That's not how it works, sir.
Conservation of energy. You can't do that right now. Unless you build a technology that flouts the laws of physics and stuff.
Maybe if he spends all the money on a TARDIS, and then we have time travel and space travel, so then we can get better technology to bring back here.
Oh, this is the worst episode of a sitcom.
It's not a sitcom. This is an episode of Doctor Who.
No, this is an episode of a 90s gender stereotypical sitcom where the wife comes home and is like, "You spent all our money on a TARDIS?"
She would only say that if she didn't understand how a TARDIS works.
Exactly.
My wife would understand what a TARDIS works. My wife
I
would
know
be like,
how a TARDIS works, but we have other priorities. We don't
But
have
once
any
you got a
cabbage
TARDIS-
in the refrigerator, and
What?
you out buying TARDISes.
What do we have in the refrigerator?
We don't have cabbage.
Motherfucker, I'm gonna get in the TARDIS and I'm gonna bring some cabbage back.
Is cabbage free? Is cabbage free where you're going? You still have to have money.
Yes, it will be free.
Where?
I don't know the
Where?
future.
See?
Planet Cabbage, where everything's made of cabbage.
No,
you don't
just
know about
making
Planet
things up.
Cabbage. What do you know about the space? What do you know about the space and the planets? You don't know about it.
Let me just run that back real fast.
You don't know about the space.
You don't know about the space.
Right.
Or the planets.
Cabbage Planet? Real as fuck.
There is no cabbage planet.
You don't know.
I know.
How do you know?
Because.
Based on what? Do you have a TARDIS? No, because I bought the TARDIS and you came home complaining about cabbage.
You bought the TARDIS without confirming that there was a cabbage planet.
I knew that if I got a TARDIS that I would eventually find a cabbage planet.
That's ridiculous.
I will go in the future where everyone's cabbage rich.
That's not gonna happen.
What do you mean? Why?
There is no richness of any natural resource in our future.
We don't know that.
I think we do.
Okay. For most of America, the world, it won't be. But for that 1%, and that's what the TARDIS will fly right up into the 1% area. I'm not gonna go to where everyone else is chilling and like, I need food. No, I'm gonna go to the cabbage rich spot. And come back and you have the best tasting cabbage you ever had. And you're going to be like, wow, I complained about him getting that TARDIS.
The TARDIS is not magic once it gets to where it is. The 1% is still going to beat you back with fiery spears, just like they're doing the other people who live there in their same space-time.
I feel like you don't understand that the TARDIS...
Somebody said Dara does not know about space or time and relative dimensions of space. Excuse you. Excuse you.
You're about to get cut. Yeah. I'm not, I mean, I'm just saying,
This
Dara.
is a bit, okay?
Huh?
I know about things. Talking about...
Point is, the world knows, America knows that we'd have all the cabbage that we need. The TARDIS probably has a garden inside the TARDIS. You don't even know. That's why I bought it. The TARDIS is endless. Has a garden room. Just go in there and just like boom. Just like, hey, I want cabbage. I would literally put the seeds in the soil, and then I would set the TARDIS to come back in 6 months, and it would come back in 5 seconds, and then it would boom, already grown. Boom.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it is. For everyone who doesn't watch Doctor Who, they're so confused by this entire
Ah,
conversation.
you're wearing the shirt. I didn't
I
even
am.
notice
I
that.
totally am. I didn't even think about it.
That's hilarious.
My brain is always very close to the concept, like, oh man, if I just had a TARDIS, so many problems would be
You're
solved.
just always thinking about.
If I just had a TARDIS,
Gosh.
if I just could just get in one. Oh, if I was a Time Lord, all this shit would be solved. What else we got?
Oh.
Do you want to talk about do we want to throw any good news in the midst of all this shit?
Let me hit this ice thing and then we can go good news, okay? So, immigration and customs enforcement been top of mind for a lot of people because they've been kicking down doors and ruining and breaking up families at an especially increased clip since the Trump presidency. There's an article here in the New York Times talking about how the immigration agents feel that they have discovered a new freedom to deport, and that there are lots of remarks floating around about people feeling like their jobs are fun again.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry. I blacked out. I need you to repeat the last two sentences that you said just now.
The officials on ICE feel that they have a new freedom to deport, and that there is talk amongst them about how their jobs are becoming, quote, fun again.
Who reported this?
The New York Times.
Oh, liberal media.
Liberal media with their liberal direct quotes.
I'm mad. You know, in that presser that Trump threw out there, he quoted someone in it. Did you notice that? He was talking about ICE.
Who did he quote? I did not notice that portion.
Hold on, I'm pulling. I'm not gonna pronounce his name right. McCuffey. Damn it! You know who I'm talking about, don't you? He's a Democratic. I think he's a Democratic governor. And of course, I don't have it. I wasn't planning to talk about him. I don't remember his name. Damn it! But Trump called him, name checked him, on whatchamacallit in blah, 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 during his talk, and he was like, Coffey said, you got to let him know that we're getting the bad guys, we're getting the bad ones out, we're getting the bad ones out. We're getting the bad ones out. Now, mind you, there's been stories of people, of a woman who was getting surgery.
Mm-hmm.
They came for her. There was someone who had just gotten a restraining order against her abuse. They came for her.
Against her abuser?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who reported her and had her arrested at the courthouse?
Didn't even know that part. That happened. People worried about going to pick up the kids. People are terrified, right? People are absolutely terrified, and there's proof why they should be terrified. So apparently, McCuffey went and spoke to Trump, and Trump said, and so at first the way Trump laid it out in the meeting, he was like in the presser, he was like, he wanted me to point out that it's the bad ones. It's the bad ones, folks. We're going after the bad ones. These are bad guys. And then a reporter spoke to the governor. Was like, so you got a shout out in the press or whatever. What happened? And so apparently what happened was he asked him about the raids and everything.
He who asked
the governor. Asked about the raids, and Trump said that they're not. He says so are you just going after all illegal immigrants? And he was like, no, we're not. He goes, it was like, because people are afraid, people are scared. He goes no, we're not just going. We're only going after the bad ones, only like criminals or something like that. We're not just going after anyone. And he goes, and so he took that as Okay, he said, well, you need to make that clear. So that's why Trump went out and there and was like, oh, it's the bad ones. We're going after the bad ones, folks. The bad ones. When we know for a fact ICE is not only going after the quote-unquote bad ones, but this, I'm sorry, I can't rock with the governor here. He was like, well, if that's what he told me, then that's what I'm going to believe.
Why? Based on what? Based on what in the last, his entire life?
That's what the president told him.
Based on what Agent Orange has done in his entire life, would you think, oh, he told me something, therefore I need to believe it?
I don't know.
He lies.
I don't know. I can't explain it. Like, if you want me to explain it, I can. But that's what, like, literally, when I saw him say, I was like, am I high? I don't think can you get high off baby poo? That's the only way I'm gonna be high right now.
Yes.
Daria, you have never been high on baby poo.
I have never been high on baby poo.
You can get high on baby. Oh, are you talking about Jankum?
Am I talking about Jenga?
Jankum.
What is that? Is that
Brent?
Is that the cat thing?
Brent, what's Jankum?
I never heard of Jankum.
You never heard of Jankum?
Never.
Yeah, Brent, how are you my Black Siri if you never heard of Jankum?
I didn't know I was Black Siri. I thought I was the most interesting man in the world.
No, you're Black Siri now. No, that's
Oh, ew.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
Okay, well, first of all, then yes, I am correct.
But I don't. Can you make it with baby poo?
Why not? It's just from human waste. It doesn't say it has a specific
That's nasty.
age.
Baby
That's
Jankum.
nasty.
Baby Jankum just don't sound right.
Baby Jenkum?
Jankum.
That sounds like somebody who exists.
What? I don't know.
I've got a little kid in my class. His name is Baby Jenkum.
That's not. No, don't say that.
I just meant that the baby poo can make you sick, and then the sickness can make you so out of your mind you hallucinate and feel high.
Okay.
Because there was definitely a time where my fever topped out at 102.
It was the baby's fault.
No, okay.
What's a Jankum, y'all?
JENKEM, a supposed inhalant and hallucinogen created from fermented human waste.
Jankum.
Why?
That's only reason why. The best part. Here's the thing. It's not because I'm just like I just know my drugs. That's why I know that. I only know this because of an episode of American Dad.
Oh God.
Just to get you thought. Just like almost any random knowledge that I have, you can probably like trace it back to the episode of a TV show that I saw. That's what I saw. Stan was getting high on some Jankum.
Oh my gosh.
And I was sitting there, I remember when he said it, I didn't believe that because this dude was giving Stan Jankum, and I was like, that's not real. Like who? What is? I don't know what's in the bag. And he said it was his waist. I was like, that's no one's sniffing their waist to get high. And I googled, I was like, oh, people sniff their waist to get high. Okay, well, good to know. But yeah, okay, but that's what McAfee, Terry McAfee. That's what he said. So he talked to the president. President said it's only the bad ones, and that's what he's gonna believe. So he's telling everybody in Virginia, hey, don't worry. If you're illegal, if you're undocumented, you're an undocumented worker, don't be worried. You're not being deported. According to McAfee's word from Trump.
So now we need the New Yorker cartoon that shows a person being deported while being told they're not being deported.
It's just like, yeah. And McAfee going, no, don't worry about it. Trump told me you will not be. Are you undocumented? Don't worry. You're not. You will not. You will not be deported. Okay. Okay. I just don't understand how he got on television and then explained this. I just. And now, to bring us back to the original docket story. So now, ICE folks, this is fun. Getting to just kick in the door, waving the 4-4.
2 officials, and I'm reading here, in Washington said that the shift and the new enthusiasm that has come with it, talking about Trump's new policies, seems to have encouraged pro-Trump political comments and banter that struck the officials as brazen or gung-ho, Like remarks about their jobs becoming fun. Yep. Yup.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It must be amazingly fun. Get to run into places and just kick the door down and deport people. Woo! I'm fun!
That's what we rarely talk about, the kinds of personalities that find themselves attracted to these kinds of jobs, and how all the regulation in the world is not going to help if you only hire people who like to terrorize other people.
See, in my mind, if you were going for these jobs, you weren't going to terrorize other people. You were going there so that you could, because you want to do right. You want to like.
Do you believe what you're saying?
In my mind, I don't believe the people that do it actually fit that whatever. But like, for there was a hot second, Dara, that I considered being a cop.
Mm-hmm.
My mama told me, get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. Joyce White was not having that. And the only reason I didn't even want to do it. I was doing it because I was like, I just wanted to, apparently like you can get into like certain programs or whatever. So if you went and you applied for this thing or whatever, if you went, you did like a little bit of military time, then you could also become a cop. So I was just trying to figure out like a way to like just have a job. Like that was really, and I was like, oh, and if I could like do something good or whatever, okay. And my mom was just like, no. And please, I couldn't become a cop. I literally just couldn't. I am missing an appendage, and so you actually cannot become a cop, or you cannot run. You cannot be in the military. I could never do any of those things. But I thought when I was thinking I could get a job, I was like, maybe. I don't know. I wasn't thinking about like, I want to go terrorize, but like, didn't even cross my mind. It's like, oh, I could do something good, and then I could actually get a job. Okay. And then that's not what anyone else does, apparently.
I don't know if it's what anyone else does. I also don't know how much success you see in that environment if that's your...
If that's what you want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem, from whatever is obvious and reported out, it doesn't seem like those kinds of people are rewarded, right? Like whistleblowers who talk about other cops who have done bad things.
I would have blown so many whistles.
No, you wouldn't. You would have blown one.
And I would have
then you would have got.
Yeah, I would have gotten the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's a lot. All right. What else? Give me something else.
Well, you said you wanted something happy.
Oh, I mean, well, I had something happy.
Go for it.
Well, apparently, Get Out was the number one. No, I wasn't telling you Get Out, Dara.
No, I was excited. I thought you were going to talk about something else.
I was going to talk about the movie Get Out.
I know.
What were you going to talk about? What did you think I was talking about?
I thought you were going to talk about Moonlight.
Well, I am going to talk about that.
Okay.
But first, talking about Get Out.
Okay.
Which scored a $30 million opening weekend this weekend, which is apparently about $6 million more. I mean, 6 times the amount it costs to make the movie. So the opening weekend, it's already done 6 times the amount to make the movie. And it's getting like, it has like 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. And I believe the one person who was shitting on it was a dude from the Daily Caller, black guy. Actually, I went and looked at it. I was like, I want to see the one person who, because it was being talked about like how it had a perfect score for a long time, for a while, and then I was like, when I went on back there, I saw that it was at 99%, and I was like, why? Who's the guy? Who's the guy who was like, Get Out? Nah. I know everyone says they like it, but me, nah. And I looked and it was like, oh, it's Armand White from the National Review. I'm shocked. Would you like to know the subject of the headline of his review of the movie?
Sure.
Return of the Get Whitey movie.
It's about time.
Yeah, so that's a hot 30 minutes. I'm gonna go see it. I haven't seen it. Have you seen it yet, Dara?
I have not.
I haven't seen it because my daughter told me to go fuck myself, and apparently she's not a happy camper at the moment. You're gonna have fun next time you babysit.
Oh God.
Because she's learned how to stand in her bed, and
yeah.
that means that no more sleep. Just screams. and I've Googled it.
Oh,
Like I was like, I had a plan. So Emily, I was like, listen, I think we just have to just keep laying her back down. We just like, we just lay her back down. Like there's nothing else. What are we gonna do? And I was like, well, there has to be a better plan. There has to be a better way, Brian.
There's got to be a better way.
There has to be a better way. So what I did was I Googled it and I looked it up. And you know what they tell you? Lay your child back down. there's no like after thousands of years of parenting and all the collective knowledge that we have put together, the answer for your kid standing up in her crib and not going to sleep is to lay her back down. And when she gets back up, lay her back down. That's it.
Sorry.
So
She lays down, but
no,
she gets up.
no.
She
No.
lays down,
If I had something to throw at you,
she gets up.
my mother would be ecstatic because I accidentally sing more church songs to my child by accident.
Just say accident one more time. Just want to
Accident?
drive that
Sorry.
point home.
Because it's an accident. Because I don't. Because like it's just weird. Like, cause like one of the songs because you make up songs for the kid. I make up a shit ton of songs, and one of them, the songs I sing is a song that like you probably got to be pretty Kojic-y to be familiar with. It's "Remember Me," and it was what we would no, God Be With You. Remember Me was another song that I used to do. But God Be With You is like, God be with you, God be with you, God be with you, until we meet again. And then you go through the thing. But I changed the song words, of course, and it's like, time to go to bed. Because please note, I changed the words of the song when I was a child. To time to go home. Because it was like literally finally after the marathon service that we just sat through. I was Kojic. Just sat through, and then finally you get to that point where you like they finally and they'd say I'm sorry, God be with you. I'm like, oh, thank God we're going home. Oh, thank Christ in Almighty on a stick. I'm going home because it took so long for the church service to end. And so I remember, and I also didn't like singing in church. So that was the one thing I would sing, but like with like full voice or whatever, just like into it, like time to go home, and I'd just be waving at like, woo, time to go home. I was ecstatic as shit, and now I sing that to my daughter, and I realized like I'm gonna have to explain to her where all these like little songs come from, and like that's only one of like a few that I just from songs, just things I heard in church. And now that I'm completely unreligious, I just still sing. She'll still like, she'll probably go to church with her grandmother like, why does all this sound familiar? Why does all of this sound familiar? Did your parents sing church songs at you, but you didn't know it?
No.
Oh, did they just sing? Were your parents not religious?
They were.
Or they just didn't sing church songs at you? Okay, it's my cross to bear. That's
Yeah.
fine.
My parents sang old soul R&B stuff
Okay. Well,
at me.
why don't you talk about Moonlight?
Well, before we do that, just the one last thing on Get Out. One of the main reasons that I want to go see it is because it's making some white people very upset.
That's why I want to see it. On This Week in Blackness.com, I posted about it making the 30 million. And then I posted that some white folks apparently upset and they think that it's racist. And I was like, listen, you don't have to sell me on this. I'm good. I'm in. You got me. Like, by the way, brilliant marketing plan. just tell me, man, white people think this is really racist. Word?
Because at first I was like kind of on the fence because somebody was like, this just seems like a movie for black guys who want to date white girls. And I was like, wait, what?
What? Why
I
is
didn't
that?
see that from the trailers at all, but like, okay. And but then once, I mean, I don't know. You got to watch it to see what this person is talking about. But then once the white people started, it was like, oh, all the white people in this movie are bad. I was like, oh, it must be so sad to always be portrayed in a bad way. Get out of here.
I mean, I just saw a lot of people that have fairly decent taste. It was just like, hey, this is a good movie. That was it. I was just like, okay, good. I'll go see a movie.
And it has Bradley Whitford in it.
I don't know who that is.
On. Yes, you do.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Josh Lyman
I don't know who that is.
on The West Wing.
I don't watch The West Wing. I've never seen an episode of The West Wing.
What is wrong with you?
When was the West Wing out? What year did the West Wing start?
I don't know, but it's not like it's not available now and hasn't been.
That's the point. I asked a question. When did it start? And apparently, the West Wing. Hold on, that was season 7. Can I get the first episode? The first season? Thank you.
1999.
Yeah, 1999. I was not worried about the West Wing. I'm thinking about 1999. Okay, so hold on. I was homeless. I had just broken up with with quote unquote the love of my life at the time, who destroyed my soul and my heart, and my well-being. What else? Did I mention the homeless part? I'm gonna say that West Wing wasn't on the top of my list of things to do or watch.
It was on until 2006.
Yeah. By that point, by 2006, I was homeless again.
I didn't watch it in that time period either.
But that's the thing. I was like, sometimes things come at the wrong time, and West Wing just came at the wrong time, and so every time it's brought up, I'm just like, oh, that thing I heard, I don't care. Well, I know it's supposed to be great, and now I connect Lawrence O'Donnell with it, and that doesn't help. That doesn't help at all.
He's only in the actual show.
Was he a writer?
He was a consultant.
Okay.
He's
That's
only in the actual show for a couple of episodes as a flashback for a short portion. And he plays an unlikable character, so you could enjoy watching and disliking him.
No. I mean, maybe I'll watch.
It's got Dule Hill. It's got Bradley Whitford.
I'll watch House of Cards.
Oh no, that hits a totally different part of your emotional psyche.
Exactly. That's the part it hits.
You know what?
What?
This is what the issue is.
What is it?
The West Wing gives me hope. And as we discussed, you have no use.
What is this hope that you speak of?
Yeah.
People keep speaking of this thing, hope. I actually saw a picture of myself about 10 years ago, and I was like, oh my God, I think I see hope in my eyes. I'm not sure though. The younger I am, the more hope in like my eyes, it glimmers. And then at some point I was just like, no. What else do we got? All right, we were talking Moonlight.
The Oscars happened yesterday, right? Yesterday.
That was yesterday, which I did not watch.
I also did not watch them. What was I doing? I don't know.
Breathing, stretching, shaking, letting it all go.
Yeah, probably. And it was, everybody said, if anything but La La Land won Best Oscar, it would be a huge upset. There's no way it's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. And sure enough, when the presenters went up on stage to present the Best Oscar trophy for Best Movie, but you know what I'm trying to say, they announced that the winners, and this is Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway, right? Yeah. They announced La La Land.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What is La La Land even about? Like, I keep hearing it, and I have La La Land. I'm just so because in about 5 years, people are going to talk about La La Land. I'm like, oh, I never saw La La Land, and they're like, how did you not see La La Land? And I'm going to tell you right now, and like just to paint it right, why haven't I seen? Why I know nothing about it because it seemed like a lot of white nonsense. I admit that is what I just nothing that anyone has ever mentioned about it made me think, man, I need to see this. And then I saw it was like all white jazz bands, whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm not going to. I don't care about that. Like literally, so in 5 years, when it was like, how did you not see La La Land? Remember this moment? It seemed like it just seemed like white nonsense. I don't care. I have enough shit in my life that I don't. Why am I watching this? Why am I watching this? A lot of stuff gets passed on that because of that. Because I feel like I've watched enough white nonsense in my life that I don't need extra. Like white folks who are unfamiliar with black like culture and stuff like that. Like I feel like they can never say I've watched enough black. You haven't. You never have. You probably never can. I, on the other hand, Dara, feel like I've watched a lot of white nonsense. I've had my fill. I know. I understand it. Even one of my favorite genres, treacherous white people. Love that shit. But it's a special genre. I'm not just watching white people. White people television. I need treacherous white people. I need y'all to be treacherous as fuck.
Well,
that's entertaining.
Apparently, La La Land is the best that the white people have to offer.
Okay, well.
It's good, solid whiteness.
Have you seen it? You don't know. It could be. It could be. Maybe it's deep. I don't know.
I'm
I'm admitting I ain't
it's
seen
supposed
it.
to be deep, right?
Huh?
It's
I don't
not.
know.
I don't.
I don't know. I just don't care. I don't care.
I also just don't watch movies anymore. So
That's true. That's true. It has to be kind of special for me to get, which is why I also save my movie watching experience for not throwing it at white nonsense.
which
Because
is fair.
I'm only going to see but so many movies, so I need some serious explosions or some blackness.
Serious explosion.
Serious explosions of blackness. That's what gets me into a movie theater. I'm not going for just white shenanigans. Hey, some white folks are having some shenanigans. I don't care.
Oh, I still have been enjoying my Friends rewatch though.
What?
I said I still have been enjoying my Friends rewatch.
Okay. Are you finished yet?
No.
Moonlight, which what now?
Let me.
I said what now? I just want to ask.
So they announced La La Land. All the La La Land people, of course, come on stage. They begin to give their speeches. One person, I believe it was the director, said something about needing to support bold and diverse films. Which I don't know why he was talking about that, but okay. There was a bit of kerfuffle, and after we got through 2.5 speeches, we realized something had gone terribly wrong. La La Land did not win Best Picture.
Here's the thing about that. I saw someone tweet this. I forgot who it was. But someone tweeted out, "Imagine this if this was in reverse."
Oh,
There might have been riots.
ooh. I literally
That
just got goosebumps
Yeah,
thinking
exactly.
about like, ooh,
Okay,
that would have been so
tell us who like
bad.
won, and you'd be like, "Wait, psych, my bad." Oh, that would not have worked well.
God,
that wouldn't
bad.
have gone well.
That would have been really bad. Oh no. So apparently what happened was
What happened?
Apparently what happened was one of the people from PricewaterhouseCoopers, they're the people who are in charge of
Ugh, white people just irresponsible.
They said it's just basic human error. They made
Oh
a
yeah, it's basic human error. Unless it was a black, if it was like Jackson and Jackson, then all of a sudden it wouldn't have been. It would have been like, that's a problem with the culture. They need to educate the children.
Yeah, but you don't know who had a hand on that envelope. It could have been a black person. I mean, it's not likely, but it could have been. Anyways, they handed Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway the envelope that was for Best Actress, which had already been given out, and which was given to Emma Stone for her role in La La Land, which is why they were looking at the envelope like, and they just made I guess under the pressure, it makes sense at the time. They just were like, the thing says La La Land. I don't know why this says Emma Stone. Okay, La La Land, go. And I think the first two people who spoke, like they were gracious about it. The last guy, I think, the last guy from La La Land to give a speech knew that.
You mean the guy who got up? It was like, yeah, and I mean, I'd like to think, I mean, we didn't win.
he gave his speech, and then by the time they were pulling him away, he was like, yeah, we didn't win, by the way. Or we lost, he said. We lost, by the way.
Yeah, dude.
So he was super, super salty.
It happens.
But he went up and did his speech anyway, which is gross. And then, of course, all of the buzz afterwards was like, oh, the guy was so gracious.
That's not, I get no, but I don't understand why that's buzzworthy at all. You didn't win.
You didn't win.
You didn't win.
So
If you were
sit
anything
down.
besides gracious, you were a dick.
Right.
Like perhaps, maybe if you don't want, I mean, no, you don't get points for that. If I get up and I'm like, oh, thank you. Oh, I didn't win. Oh, I'm so sorry. You sit your ass down. That's not points. And also, Emma Stone tried to throw the Academy under the bus because she was like, I had my Best Actress card during the Oscar mistake. I don't know. So she literally pointed this out. And you don't believe me? There is an article on the Washington Post right now says Emma Stone explains she had her Best Actress card during the Oscars mistake.
There's two cards.
I imagine it would be, but I don't know why she said that. Why she threw it out there like just to be extra salty? You guys, didn't La La Land just like win a bunch of shit this award season?
Yes.
So like, just shut up. Sorry. Shut up.
But congrats to Moonlight. I believe I saw something that said Mahershala Ali is the first Muslim to ever receive an Oscar.
Yep.
That
was that for supporting actor or actor? Supporting actor, right? Or best actor.
Don't ask me that.
Okay.
Supporting actor.
Supporting actor, yeah, I thought so. Because I think they both won supporting. I think Viola Davis won supporting actress, and then he won supporting actor.
Oh God!
What?
I just want the best for him. I feel so invested in his success.
I've liked dude since the 4400. Like, it's really weird watching him like because I would have never thought the dude from the 4400 was gonna be this dude. Like, it's like I mean, I didn't think he was gonna when he became when he went on the House of Cards and he became one of my favorite characters on House of Cards. I was like, you were from the 4400. I thought you were kind of annoying. I like this guy now. He's cool. And then he was on Luke Cage. I'm like, all right, now he's just like let's go, whatever. I don't know how. Yay. I feel like I'm like his grandmother. Yay!
And he's from around the way. He's from Oakland.
I mean, that's around a way.
He's around this way.
This way.
Where we are right now.
But not around the way. I mean, I feel we say around the way, it's around where your way is. I think at that moment, the around the way statement is automatically based in your own way.
No.
He's from around the way.
He's around the way. The way is whatever way is in the immediate vicinity.
No.
Yes.
I reject your way.
He from around the way.
I reject your way and around it.
He's really, really, really good friends with this Oakland comedian guy who I follow. And so I always was like, oh yeah, I bet at some point in the future, I'll run into him when people are hanging out. But now he's an Oscar winner, so I don't think that's gonna happen. That's not gonna work.
I mean, it might happen. I ran into Denzel at a club. It was weird.
Oh, I ran across Denzel on my college campus, and he shushed me and told me not to tell anybody that he was there.
Did he say, be very, very quiet? I'm hunting rabbit? What did he shh, be very...
He was coming out of the library, crossing the street, and was and then winked at me, and I was like,
he's kind of a weirdo at the club. He just sat in the corner like I would. So I'm not claiming that he's more of a weirdo than I am, but he just sat in the corner just chilling. And the thing is, I don't even think this is not smartphones. It's not even like it was smartphoning up yet. Everyone wasn't staring at their phones yet. He was just in the corner. Because the dude from the 5 Heartbeats that everyone knows.
Oh, that one that's in all of those movies.
That one guy that everyone knows. He was
the black historical reenactment man.
He was in the Madonna video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he used to run. He's
always playing a crackhead.
Something I forgot his name. Everyone knows his name, but except me right now.
Us.
Right. But he's everyone just seems oh, of course him, because he only has one name. He's like Madonna. He has one name, and I can't think of his goddamn name. But he used to there was a reggae party that at a club that I used to run a show at, and we used to go up to the reggae party, and he was one of the people that was part of that, and so he knew Denzel, and they were at a show, and then Denzel came to the club, and then sat in the corner, really sad. It just made me sad. It was I was like, that's Denzel Washington. He's just sitting in a corner. I would think that if I was Denzel Washington, I'd be like, motherfuckers, I am Denzel Washington and shit. Did y'all know that? I feel like y'all ain't happy enough to be at this club with Denzel Washington and shit. That's what I would have done. No, I wouldn't. I would have sat in the corner. I realize that even as I'm saying that, that's just not true. I would not. It's not happening.
Yeah, and I mean, if his entire life is that, maybe for one night he just wanted to sit in the corner in the club.
No. Denzel Washington. Go be Denzel Washington and shit. Washington it up. I don't have a shirt that say Denzel. Just wear it.
Oh my gosh. Ew.
I just looked on the Twin Nation hashtag on Twitter. Metal Swift says, if you enjoy treacherous white people TV, you might enjoy quote unquote Locked Up Abroad. 40 minutes episodes of failing and getting got. So no, I don't like that. And here's why.
No, that's the part that I don't understand.
What?
You like triumphant treachery.
Leon is his name. I think the YouTube chat room just said it. Yeah. Leon. Everyone, you guys know him. Yes, that guy. That's what I was talking about. Could not remember his name. But no, I do enjoy like triumphant, because like it's not truly treacherous if you lose. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you have to get something out of it. Like, you have to have some sort of win. Even if you take an L, you won too. That's how that works. But if everyone who deserved to lose lost, then that's not entertaining. Who wants that?
I mean, a lot of people, obviously.
I know. That's bullshit.
Well, because
but my issue with Locked Up is because it's real. It's not nearly as entertaining. Like, my treacherous white people television needs to be ridiculous. It needs to be on like some weird ass level of treachery where you're just like, seriously, that's not even reasonable that he would do that. Why would you? What? That's what I need from my treacherous white people television, Dara. Like House of Cards, perfect. It's just treachery. Just treachery up and down. And you just don't know. And people just say shit. And you just go like, you can't say that as a human being. But you can in that show. That's great. Mad Men qualifies as treacherous white people television. Even I got bored. I watched all of it and got really excited, and then I got bored. And then it was off for a while, and when it came back, I was just like, I don't care anymore. Like, once I was in it, I needed to stay in it, but then I lost it. So it's gone.
Mad Men was like, do you know there's this cough medicine that I don't know what the name is, but it just has 666 on the bottle?
I vaguely remember a commercial. I didn't know there was a cough medicine that actually had 666 on it.
Yes. It's cough medicine for diabetic people, so it has no sugar in it at all. And it is, like, I'm having a triggering flashback right now. It is the most horrible thing I've ever had in my mouth.
I'm 7. Get over it.
You laughed for so long, I literally don't even remember why I was talking about it.
I'm sorry. 666 in your mouth. Most terrible thing
No.
What? That's what you said.
What were you talking about?
What are you talking about? You're the one talking about the most terrible thing you've ever had in your mouth.
What were you talking about?
I don't remember anymore. I'm more concerned about the most terrible thing you've ever had in your mouth.
Let's move on. Jesus Christ.
I didn't do it.
You did it.
You said it, and I repeated it, and now you giving me looks. Brent, you see how this works? Brent?
Yeah, I see how it works.
See, Brent, thank you, Brent.
Actually, I have a couple of stories.
Oh, no. Yes. Okay. All right. Wait. When you say a couple, Brent, you can't like. It's just not like a press briefing where you're like, I have a couple questions. The first question, you just like lie about. You throw a story in as it's happening, or that's it. You can't just like call time like, I need 4 stories. All right. So, do you have a story that connects to what we have been discussing?
Yeah, it's
okay. Go.
It's good news.
Good news. I don't believe you, but go.
Of Black excellence.
Oh, okay. I don't believe you. Go.
So either y'all could choose. I have a written story that I found.
What are you talking about? A written what?
Yeah, I found an article that I think you'd like. It pertains to some of the material that's been covered here.
Okay.
Or I could tell a story of some female Black excellence from a past.
You mean just Black women excellence? Just female?
Yeah, Black lady excellence. Excuse me.
Dara, as the resident Black female in the room, I didn't say it. Could you choose which one you would prefer? Do you want the written, or do you want whatever else is? I don't know where any of this is gonna go. So it's up to you, Dara.
Oh boy. I remember it was about Mad Men.
Really? Just a note on Twitter.
No, let me say it before I forget.
I'm already in the middle. Breaking Bad and Sons of Anarchy are nothing but treacherous white people. Breaking Bad is absolutely treacherous white people TV. I've never seen Sons of Anarchy, so I don't know, but it seems like it would be. Dara?
I tried to watch Mad Men. In the first, I got through maybe like 5 episodes, and it felt like taking 666 in my mouth. It felt horrible. It was the first time, like, I'm black, right? I'm used to having to relate to white people through media and stories, and seeing white people as every person. I know how to do that. With Mad Men specifically, it was, I think, probably the first time in my head I was like, I don't care about these white people and this white nonsense. These white people are just whiting all up. Why do I care about these white people?
No, do you
they
remember
just
when
have
I was
such
trying?
white problems.
Do you remember when I was trying to watch it? The first time I talked about it on the show because I didn't know what to do because I kept the first season or 3. I was like, why do I care? This is just whiteness. This is white nonsense. I don't understand. But then all of a sudden it clicked and the treachery worked. And all of a sudden, like one day I was watching fucking Peggy and Don Draper sitting in a diner having a conversation, and I was like, oh shit. Oh shit, son. Oh, and he was like, well, what do you think about so and so? I don't know. And then she said some line. I was like, oh yo, son. Oh no, she didn't say that. Oh yo, son. I was acting like I was watching a fight scene. All right, and it was like it clicked for like a moment, and then after that, like something it went off air or something, or I binged at the wrong time. And that's the problem with binging. You can binge wrong because if you binge at the wrong time and you watch too much, then it's over. Then it's over. You don't want. But I needed to binge it all at once. And if I could have got to the end, I would have probably loved it. But because I had finally got into it, and then once I got into it, it stopped, and then I had to go back, and I couldn't go back. I can't stop.
You have to go back.
I can't go back.
That's a quote from Lost. Brent, what about the written story?
Right, Brent, hit us with one of your stories, Brent.
Did she say the written story?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. She said written story.
Okay, I think y'all gonna like this. Just
Okay.
1 second. Give me 1 second here while I dig it up.
You're telling me you don't even have the story ready?
We talked for so long.
Brent, we sat here all this time. All we had to do.
I didn't even know if I was even gonna get some airtime today, y'all. I'm just here, man. I'm just here. So I got the story. So hold tight.
Brent, you have a microphone. What you talking about getting airtime?
Oh God.
Just talk.
I'm going into the story. Right, here's the story. Here's the story. Y'all
All
ready?
right.
Does cannabis interact with antidepressants?
Oh, look, it's about weed. I'm shocked.
What's
Not
weed?
weed.
I'm sorry. Marijuana.
I don't even know what marijuana is.
Oh my God.
Gosh.
Cannabis sativa. I figured y'all like this story. I
All
found
right,
it on
so
Leafly.
Give the headline again.
Does cannabis interact with antidepressants?
Okay.
Okay, so it says cannabis can make people feel more relaxed, less stressed, and of course happier. So predictably, people experiencing depression or anxiety are more likely to use cannabis and more of it than people not suffering from these conditions. It goes further in the article to highlight some specific drug interactions. One of them being some SSRIs. Yeah. It says SSRIs such as Prozac, Paxil, Zoloft, Celexa, and Lexapro are the most commonly prescribed drugs to treat depression. Patients report fewer side effects and drug interactions with SSRIs than other types of antidepressants. The potential cannabis interaction risk there is low to moderate. And let's see, serotonin and y'all want to hear more of this?
What is happening? Brent, I have so many words for you, Brent. Where do I start with my words, Brent? Okay, here we go. All right, let's do this. All right, okay. 1, Brent, you could have put the story on the docket. I'm just gonna say that right there. One, you could have tweeted it onto the docket. 2, you could have said, "Hey, I got a story for the docket," and we would say, "Oh, okay," and we would easily dealt with the story on the docket. That's the first 3. When bringing forth a story, you don't add all those parts. He's starting to give all the backstories or whatever. And then 4, are you trying to say something about me and Dari? Like, oh, y'all don't like this story. How does weed mess with your antidepressant? What the fuck was that, Brent? What was that?
No, I was thinking that since mental health is like a huge subject here, that it would go right along with that.
Yeah, but you, Brent, you're gonna just all the story is that people that apparently cannabis is helpful with depression, which I would have co-signed. I would have told you this is something that I have read before. This is something that I've spoken to my doctor. It has been something that is said. I would have went along with it. But the way you brought full said story forces me to mock you. I didn't want this. I didn't want this for Brent. I was rooting for you, Brent. We were all rooting for you, Brent. All right.
Well, they told me to come with a story today. I had two of them.
Who told you?
I just got an email that said come with a story today.
From who?
From the hand. She said.
Amber?
She said you need to come with a news story.
Yes, and put it on the docket. Don't wait until the end of the show and be like, excuse me, hi, I have a story. Brett, you add it to the docket.
Okay, well understood. Very well understood.
Dara.
So the hand thinks I can't take care of the docket or what?
See, now you got the hand and Dara. Now there's hand and Amazon beef, which we do not want.
Never.
What's the deal?
I don't know. See, Brent, you fucking up, Brent. Fucking up, Brent. You said, I don't know what you're doing. Don't know how you're doing it. But whatever it is, you fucking up.
Oh, dang.
Oh man.
God damn it. All right.
I don't like this Beyonce video.
Why you still watching Beyonce videos?
Okay, how about I share another story?
I really? Because you're not batting well today, Brent.
Dude,
Do you really want to do this right now? Because Brent, this could be a thing. People will remember this moment. Do you want to do this?
Yeah, this not on the docket either.
Well, motherfucker, I know you didn't put shit on the docket. I'm very fully aware of shit not being on the docket, Brent. I know what's on the docket. You know why? Because we have a system of rules and checks and balance and how we put shit together. And you came in and said,
Well, you know I'm brand new. So
you haven't worked here for a year, Brent.
I'm brand new on air.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Brent, tell the story.
All right, so this story is about my mother.
Oh, God. This is going to go sad. What?
No, it's not.
No,
It's not
fine.
sad at
It's
all.
fine.
It's
It's all
triumphant. It's very triumphant. Shout out to her. I think she's listening today.
Okay. I'm sorry. Your son's wonderful. Son's great. I'm just giving him shit. Sorry.
Oh, my God.
This is real short. So my mom started out her life a criminal, hardcore criminal. And she was pretty illiterate. She couldn't read or write really. In fact, when she had me, she didn't really know what to do with me because she could tell I was so smart. So she didn't really know what to do. But the point is that my mother went back to school at like 30 after doing, being out in the streets, rolling around in the dirt. And she went back to school at 30. I think she had to take her GED test like 5 times or something. They found that she had a learning disability. And eventually, 8 years later, she found herself graduating with a master's degree in business administration.
Wow.
Oh, you like?
I was trying to give my support, and now I got a sarcastic. I mean,
Brent, we gotta have a conversation about how stories are brought up
Is
and
there-
across the table.
I don't. How am I supposed to react? I thought I was. You like? I mean, yeah. Why we always gotta be in opposition, Brett?
For Brent, me and you are the opposition party. Like, I don't know if you know this, Zara. Like you know how like for Trump, the press is the opposite. For Brent, it's us. Like Brent sits there and I had like memos sent out about us. Did you know that?
I did not.
I don't think you should. Someone mentioned in the chat room. They said on the YouTube chat. They said, no Remy and Nikki.
I asked you if you wanted to talk about
I
it.
didn't even hear you say it.
We can do that tomorrow.
Okay, we can do that
The
tomorrow.
week is long.
Because it's a thing.
The week is long, y'all.
It's a week long, and that conversation is a conversation.
Somebody again said Dara Wilson must be given a sitcom analysis / appreciation
Oh my
show.
God. Well,
It just
it's the
seems
same-
like the people keep saying it, and no, it's
Oh,
not
it's
the same person. No, it is not. No, it isn't.
It might be the same.
It's
person.
not.
Okay. Well, when you bring me 20 of those.
I'm not gonna bring. Can 20 people please tweet
Do
me?
not do that. Tweet at her.
I said 20 people tweet me.
Okay, thank
If you would watch a television analysis sitcom show from me,
and pay for it.
would you watch me watch a sitcom?
Okay, no one's doing that. First of all, that's not even reasonable to do, Dara, because the actual mechanics of that wouldn't work.
It would be an art project.
Oh my God.
Camera on me. And then for you wouldn't know why, but all of a sudden I'd just be like, don't go in there. It's your anniversary.
Brent, have we been sufficiently black?
Of course.
Dara May. have we been sufficiently black?
Y'all tweet me at Dara M. Wilson. The M is not for May. The M is for Makeda. If you
Or
call
May.
me Dara May, I'm sending my people after you.
Who's your people?
You don't need to know that.
I don't think. I feel like.
What do you feel?
I feel good.
Oh my God.
I feel good. Oh, okay. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back here and listening. We'll be back here tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. No, we're gonna be back here. Dara, you're not coming down with the plague, right?
And not so far.
Brent, you ain't calling out, right?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, exactly. Last time Brent was hella confident. Everybody was like, we feeling great. We gonna be here on Thursday. And then, well.
Yeah. Well, I was here. Sick.
I was about to say.
I was sick of shit. I was sick of shit. This stupid, what my immune system is made of cardboard.
Wet cardboard.
Wet cardboard. That people are throwing rocks through. All right. We're done. What?
Somebody, I just wanted to get it in there. Somebody in the YouTube chat said Dara could do anything she set her mind to. She has all the talent.
Oh my God.
Sounds familiar. I'm sufficiently black, by the way, since.
Are you? Okay.
Since
I wasn't
you
sure if
just
you were going to answer
never
that question.
saw fit to ask me the question.
Oh, I did ask you the question. I asked. Thank you guys for watching and listening. We'll be back here tomorrow. Same black time, same black channel. Brent, Dara May, and myself. Have a good day.
What? What? I ain't even say anything yet. Hey, they say the blacker the merry, you know the sweeter the juice. Time for this weekend blackness, so everybody get loose. Smell like something on fire, ayo, I think it's the roof. Smell like something on fire, ayo, I think it's the roof. It's like black feel, black soul, black pain, black power, black people. Can you lend an ear for a couple hours? I don't make it rain. I don't care about your chain. This weekend blackness will make you lose your brain. This weekend